Romans, and no matter how you slice it, right, these are all Mediterranean, olive-toned people, Latin-speaking people. Even the Greeks, every language comes from the Phoenician script. So
Well,
really, no
ancient
matter
Hellenes
how
were
you
described
slice it.
as xanthus. They were described as golden-haired, or sometimes red-haired.
Right. I have red beard hair. My cousins have red beard hair. And not only that, but the first blondes were actually people from the Arctic region, and they were Asiatic. And the same thing with blue eyes. Those
Well, first of
genetics.
all, I'll ask the question in a minute. What proof do you have for that? But let's go back to the Odyssey or the Iliad. Helen of Troy described as the white-armed Helen. Menelaus described as Menelaus of the red hair. When you take those two things into account, does that not sound like white people? And plus as well, people who are of color statistically, if you round it, they have a 0% chance of having any other color than black hair. I know sometimes there's anomalies through mixing, etc., but statistically, they have 0% white hair, or blonde hair, or red hair.
Right, but you can look it up, bro. There's Native Americans have stories of red bearded giants. Afghanistan people have red hair.
Yeah, exactly.
Persian
And
people have
who
colored
invaded
eyes.
North America?
Spaniards.
Who invaded North America? The Vikings.
The Vikings had a small establishment here, and then they left. They got kicked out. They didn't invade. They just had a little settlement called.
They didn't get kicked out. Who did they get kicked out by?
By the natives. They got pushed out.
No, they didn't. They referred to them as scrylings, meaning weaklings. They didn't get kicked out.
If they were weaklings, then why did they only stay for a very short time?
Because I think they just didn't find anything useful in the land. Well, who said
they didn't find anything useful in the North American continent? Right. Okay.
Right. Well, in Canada, you got to remember.
Right, anyway, and the Vikings are from Troy.
We're getting away from this original point. The Israelites were white. Can you prove that they weren't?
Yeah, I can prove that they were Middle Eastern, Asiatic, Latin, Iberian people.
Based on what?
Based on the known migration paths and the history, right? You keep referring to Greek and to Latin sources.
Yeah, but I've already just explained why those people were also white. And the migration paths also talk about the Sakasunai coming to the west.
See, white is a thing that white people use to claim the accomplishments of the Latino, of the Middle Eastern, of the North African.
Coming up, bro. I appreciate you. Honestly, guys, I'd like to keep it to the point. And I'd like some quotes, I'd like some text, not just vague general arguments. I just tried to get Ben-Dubs up. I feel like I've already had Blue response up before. Blue response, what's going on, bro? Have I had you up before?
This fucking thing. Why is this fucking thing? Is it frozen? Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me okay? Yeah, can you hear me?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
There. Am I caught up?
Can you hear me?
Am I caught up?
Sorry, guys. What's going on, Chris? How old are you?
I'm 24.
All right, let's go. Do you disagree with the statement that Israelites were white?
Yeah, there's no proof to them. I'm sorry.
What about Lamentations 4:7?
Read it. And get the Hebrew meaning too.
Her Nazarites were whiter than milk, they were purer than snow, redder in the body than rubies. Their cutting or polishing was of sapphire.
Do you know what the Hebrew meaning for white mean?
Yeah, the word was tsak.
Right. It has nothing to do with skin color. Because even
So,
the daughters of Jerusalem in Psalms chapter 1 verse, Songs of Solomon chapter 1, the daughters of Jerusalem is described as being black. And it talks about their skin.
well,
But
it says their skin was black because the sun has looked upon her. And then she
right,
said to her family, don't be
right.
afraid of me because of it.
So let me
Well, if you
ask
want
you
to
a
go back
question.
to... All right, go on, I'll let you speak.
Yeah, so it says they're black because the sun have looked upon them, but nobody's non-black can't turn black. If like you can't turn black if you step in the sun, you're gonna get either red or a little tin. So
But what was
this has to be a dark-skinned person who gotten darker. I never seen a non-black person turn black in the sun. That's not even possible. So
But
that
where
can
does it
only
say
be
she was even a daughter of Jerusalem?
I'm sorry.
Where does it say she was a daughter of Jerusalem?
And read Songs of Solomon chapter 5 verse 1.
But then it also goes on how to say Solomon himself was the fairest among 10,000.
Okay.
But anyway, let's go back. You said
Okay, hold
you were
on.
an
Let me
elevator or something.
I'm sorry.
Let's go back, and you're saying that sack doesn't actually mean white.
No, I'm talking about Hebrew chapter 4. Lamentation chapter 4, verse 17.
Yeah, so
You said
Lamentations 4:7.
that,
It says
right?
whiter than snow,
That has nothing to do with skin color.
but it says they would sack. And then it says they were redder in the body than rubies.
Read the chapter and let's get the Hebrew meaning.
So the Hebrew meaning of redder in the body than rubies or whiter than milk.
That has nothing to do with skin color. That has nothing to do with skin color.
But it
Because I
says
just
redder in the
showed
body than rubies.
right. And that's not about skin color. Does it say anything about skin color in that chapter? Because like you can take scripture out of
It
context
says
and
red.
twist it.
It says redder in the body than rubies.
Right. But does it say white? So wait a minute.
Well, it
You going to
says,
two? So what scripture are we dealing with? Are we dealing with Lamentation chapter 4?
yep. So Chris, according to you, what color were the Israelites? I can't hear you now because you've gone off the app and your mic's muted. But what color were the Israelites according to you?
For the most part, they were people of color, different shades of brown. And we know, okay, let me ask, was the Hamites black? I'm pretty sure you will agree with that.
No, I don't think they were black.
What? So do Africans descend from Ham today?
No.
So who? Brother, every scholar has proven that Africans are descendants of Ham. Like so the Canaanites and so the Ethiopians don't descend from Ham.
Not the ones today, or not in most at least.
My goodness, bro. My goodness. So you telling me the Africans today, all throughout Africa, are not descendants of Canaan, Ham? Like, come on, bro. Canaan, Cush. What does Cush mean?
You're gonna say it means black.
No, it's not about what I say. What does it mean?
Well, it's only interpretation what it means.
Let's look it up.
Which is because it says something somewhere, and also it doesn't prove whether black was named after that or that was named after black.
So you think the Hamites were white? So you think the Hamites were white?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I can disprove this so easily because in 2003, Israel had the second highest rate of skin cancer in the whole world. Those people need sun protection to stand in the sun for more than 3 hours. Like, and nowhere in the Bible we read about anybody having a problem with standing in the sun for too long. But this is how we know those people. I know you probably wouldn't. I know you probably wouldn't include yourself as being the same as those people, even though we believe those people are from Europe. just like the Caucasians are today. But in 2003, Israel had the second highest rate of skin cancer in the whole world. Nowhere in the Bible do we see anybody having a problem when standing in the sun and getting burnt up from the sun and happen
Yeah.
to
Well,
need some type of sun
look,
protection.
you
So
can say that
that right there proves that the Israelites had to be a melanated people, because
yeah, but
melanated people
also
don't have a
Israel
problem
now,
with standing in the sun. But
but Israel now is
Caucasians
a
today
desert.
too.
But Israel now is a desert, and it was described in the Bible as a fertile land. And plus, as well, that doesn't account for modern diets.
Brother. Yes, it does. Like what?
So you don't
Like
think skin cancer
so
is
you think
exaggerated by modern diets
okay,
and seed oils?
where's Jerusalem at today? Where's Jerusalem at today? So it's
In
not over.
Palestine.
You I'm sorry? In
We all know
Palestine?
where it is.
And where are you getting this information from?
Where is Jerusalem right now?
In the Middle East, in Northeast Africa?
Yeah, there's many white people who are native to the Middle East
No,
or
there's
hotter
not.
climates.
There's not. Their
But what about
ancestors
the
moved
Kalash
over
people of
there.
Pakistan?
Those people moved over there in the last 100 years. Those people are
What
not,
about...
just because listen, just because
You've
they're
never
there
even heard of
today,
the Kalash people of Pakistan till I just brought
just
them up.
because
You don't
they're
know who
living
they
there
are.
today don't mean they're descendants of there. Anybody can live anywhere on the world. It doesn't mean your ancestors descend from
So
there. There's no
when did the
historical
Kalash
proof.
people of Pakistan migrate to
There's,
Pakistan? What
I'm sorry,
historical record is there of a migration of the Kalash
brother.
people of
Okay,
Pakistan
those people,
migrating?
the European Caucasian people that's in the Middle East, they are descendants from Europe. They come from, this has been proven. They come from Poland. They come from Russia. They come from Ukraine. They come
I'm
from
talking about the
Germany.
Kalash people of Pakistan. You can't just
Well,
go
I'm,
off on tangents.
hold on. I'm
If you're
talking about
making your
it,
point,
brother.
I've got to make my point.
I'm talking about Israel. I'm talking about Palestine. I don't
Yeah,
care.
but you're saying that no white people can be native to a hot climate. I'm saying that's not true because of the Kalash people of Pakistan and some people in Persia and some people in Afghanistan, people in India, people in Iraq. There's many white people all across the Middle East, Syria, Lebanon also.
Right, and their ancestors, just like it's people in Egypt. But Egypt, the people are today in Egypt are mainly from, their ancestors are mainly from Europe. And yeah, that most of their ancestors are mainly from Europe. They
But you're saying that
migrated
none
to
of these
that.
people are
Listen,
actually
when Egypt
native.
fell, Egypt was a nation that was inhabited by Hamites, because we know Egypt, who is Mizraim, is a descendant of Ham. The descendants of Ham today will be African people. They're not
Based on what proof?
Caucasian people. It's so much
Based on what
historical.
proof?
Is so much brother. The sun burning them up is all
Name...
the proof we need.
But I've already
But it's
said
so
that
much.
there's white people
Okay, you
who are
can
native to
read
hot
it.
climates.
Okay, the
Bro, if
Zondervan
you can't have a
Compact Bible
conversation with me,
Dictionary
I'll have
tells
to
you that the
remove you.
children of Ham are a dark-skinned race
Last
of people.
chance. Last chance.
You
If
can
you don't
read
want a
any
proper
Bible
conversation, I'll
dictionary. It
remove
will
you.
tell you Ham is
5. I'm going to count now from 5. If you don't want to have a proper conversation, right, there we go. Deep breath, okay? I mean, if you want to talk and you want to come up here, guys, you've got to have a conversation. You've got to be respectful. I've just said there are natives to hotter climates. The Kalash people in Pakistan, white people in Persia to this day. Chris, I don't know if you're talking right now, but I think you've gone off the app. And if that's so, we can't hear you. We can't hear you when you go off the app.
No, I'm on the app. I just got muted.
All right. So I'm saying the Kalash people of Pakistan who are native are white. There's plenty of people all across the Middle East who are white. Yeah, I'll add other people after him. So that just proves that white people can be native to hot climates. So I don't know what the point you're making is. If the whole point of your argument is they can't be native because they are, going to get sunburned, it just doesn't make any sense, because I've already proved that white people can be native to hot climates.
No, they don't, brother. No, they don't. Majority of the brother, you think everybody in the Middle East are native? You got to understand the history of migration.
So you
People
think the
migrated.
dark people in Lebanon, are not native to the land, or do you think the dark people are native to the land in Lebanon?
The most people in the Middle East are not native.
Just answer my question, bro. Just answer my question.
I'm answering your question.
Are the dark people in Palestine and Lebanon, are they native or not, the dark people?
For the most part, I would say yes.
So why do the white Palestinians and the white people from Lebanon test almost identically to the black ones and the dark ones?
DNA
If they're
testing is
not,
not historically accurate. You can't. DNA testing is not always accurate. If you're going by DNA testing is not always 100% accurate.
so you're saying that there's no white people native to the Middle East, and your point to prove that is just believe me, bro.
And you got black people in Nigeria that's been DNA testing to go back to Israel as well. So what
Well,
would
I'm not
be
sure
your
about
answer?
that.
Okay, research the Igbo tribe. Research the
Well, I know there's some good
Ashanti tribe.
evidence on there is some good evidence on the Igbo tribe, but
And
I've not seen genetic testing.
right, is they done genetic testing on them. They've been the Limba tribe, the Bantu tribe, the Beta tribe in Ethiopia. They've been DNA testing, and it's been proved to go back to the Middle East.
To the ancient Israelites.
Yes.
And what's the name of the study?
Say it again.
What's the name of the study? Without going off the app.
Just research the DNA testing of the Limba, Igbo, Bantu, Beta, and
Well,
Ashanti
you're
tribe.
gonna have to say either what year the study was made in, who did the study, or something like that, the name of the study.
Hold on, I can pull it up for you. Just give me a second.
We're not gonna go off the app and start debating and stuff, but I'll let you bring it up quickly.
Gotcha.
Right. We can't stay off for a while though, like, you're gonna come back soon. I'm gonna count down from like 10, 9, 8, 7, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello?
Alright. Have you got the name of the study?
Yes. Just look up the DNA testing of Rabbi Harry Rosberg.
Harry Rodberg, and this shows a DNA profile connection with what percent of Judeans or ancient Israelite remains?
Yes, he did DNA testing on the Igbo tribe of Nigeria.
So the Igbo tribe, what percent of them genetically relate to the ancient Israelite remains?
Over 85%.
Over 85% test. I don't think that's true.
Okay. Well, you can't prove you from there. There's no DNA testing that's gonna prove your people are from there.
Well, I never said my people. I said they were white.
And so who would they be today? Or can you prove this? Can you haven't proved this. You just claim.
I'm not trying to prove who they are today. All I'm saying is in the scriptures it says they were white. But look, I've got more people to go through.
No, you
Get some more
haven't.
people up.
It doesn't say
Thank
nothing
you, bro.
about skin color.